Hi guys, how are we doing? 922 here with part 2 of the Q&A and picking up immediately where I left off. Nothing has changed. The cat is still asleep, the coffee's still hot, it's 1:15 in the morning. Let's do this. So to kick things off with Jonathan Van Dyke, I really don't know. Jonathan, good man. Another question for you. What is the difference between the LNWR 350s and the South Western Railway 442/444s, as they're exactly the same except the electrification of the 350s? Fundamentally, they're bang on identical. The only difference is that the 350s have a pantograph and the 450s and 444s work off a shoe that goes onto the third rail. That's basically it. Some of the controls in the cab might be different, but ultimately they are basically bang on identical. Pacer Fan 19 Sprinter cool as well. How can you be a Pacer fan? I mean, really? Have you no soul? Hello, what is your favourite northern station and northern train, and will you ever go to Blackpool North? Northern station? Leeds? No. Doncaster? You idiot. Doncaster. Northern train? 319. Will I go to Blackpool North? I will do, but I keep hearing stories from there. People go there and start filming, and the staff tell them not to, so I don't know. Matthew Judson, Happy New Year to me. Was just wondering if you had any plans to do any journey videos this year. I do want to bring them back. I really do. I have got plans. Warrington Train Spotter 2778. It will be a sad day in railway when the HST is finally retired from service. Will you have a bit of a cry like me when that happens? Because it's inevitable. They're 40 years old. They've got no lease of life in Scotland, but eventually the HST will sadly be put to pasture. The good news is that a rail tour company, I can't remember who it's called, but a rail tour company have actually gone and bought a HST. Whether or not they bought a full 8-car set or they've just gone and bought a 2 power cars, I don't know. But it'll be sad when they go. But problem is, it's the way the railways work. It gets to a stage where they need to modernise, and that's why the 800s have been brought in to replace them on the Great Western Railway. It's the sad truth of it all. The London Transporter, what countries have you visited? Right, America. I'm going to count some of the British ones in this as well. So I've been to America, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, France, Belgium, Italy, Switzerland, Austria, Hungary, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Croatia, Spain, Portugal, Sardinia, Malta, Tenerife, and also I've said France. Say Germany. If I said Germany, I'm sure if I said. Where else have I been? Corfu. I think that is off. Essentially, I've been to near enough every country in Europe. So I've been to the States twice, Hawaii, but Hawaii does count as a country. Okay, it's part of the United States, but it counts in itself. I've probably missed several. Have you ever filmed it in Inverness? Nope. Are you planning to go to Wales this year? If so, please do Carmarthen. I might do. Where was the first place you ever went train spotting and when? Leighton Buzzard, when I first started doing this, and that was got to be 5 years ago. When will you next film in Europe? Don't know about a date yet. Ever seen the NMT? Plenty of times. Hope this makes a video. It's made it. Steve Gregory. Now this is a good question. I like this one. And it actually relates to a lot of people, I'm sure. Do you feel at all self-conscious or embarrassed when you first started filming your videos? Or has being seen chatting away to yourself at the end of the platform never bothered you? it still does to this day. I can do this without any issue. But when I'm standing at a station, I always stand well away from passengers regardless. I stand at the arse end of the platform. But if I'm with a group of people, and I don't know them, I do feel very like, ooh, I don't know, not embarrassed, but I always feel nervous. I don't know why. I don't mind so much when I'm filming trains, I see people looking out at me. Doesn't seem to really bother me. But if I'm filming and I'm in a crowd of people, I don't know, I kind of feel apprehensive. I don't know why. But that is an excellent question. Excellent question. Cool. Where are we? East Midlands Transporter, could you do Nottingham also on the Midland Main Line in March, like 16th of March? I'll do Nottingham. Can't guarantee a date, I'm afraid. Jordan Knight, what is your best moment from 2018? Wishing you all the best and safe travels. Thank you kindly, sir. Greatly appreciated. Best moment from 2018? I don't know. I loved filming in Belgium. Really enjoyed filming in Belgium. Modern East Coast Main Line. If you could travel back in any time to any period in railway history, where would you go and why? Also, just want to say your videos are amazing and you're one of my favourite channels on YouTube. Again, thank you very, very much for saying something that really is greatly appreciated. It means a huge amount when I do read comments like that. Travel back in any time. She's awake. Hi. Go to sleep. She's giving me the right evils. Any period. I'd go with the... I don't know. I'll probably go just before the kick-off of World War II, when sort of the steam was really, really good, and you didn't have the whole war thing going off. So yeah, just before World War II, so late 30s, because the railways were huge. There was steam trains everywhere. It was fantastic. It was the Big Four, so it would have been an awesome sight, truly awesome sight. Okay. Right. Next one. Ricky Nois. If you could go back in time to any particular era of the railways, well, I've just answered that one. It's quite handy that it's done this. You seem to have been... I don't know, well, yeah. I know what I'm saying. Right, Transporter 11, I'd like to say hello and Happy New Year to you. How's 29 been so far for you? Very, very enjoyable, thank you. I hope yours is going equally as well. Question 1, what do you think of the new livery on 221101 for Virgin Trains? It's brilliant. That, on the Voyager, it really does work. Question 2, what do you think of the brand new Greater Anglia 755 bi-mode trains? Great, they look stunning. Jonathan Van Dix. The way you've spelt it is Vandijk. That final bit is throwing me completely. It should be plainly easy to say, and yet I'm looking at it going, huh? Just doesn't want to play ball. Like, my tongue does not want to acknowledge saying that word. It just comes out as right. Question to you is, have you ever travelled within Europe? And if so, what is your favourite train company? DB. Well, actually, no, tell a lie. DB and SBB. The Swiss network is incredible. The German network, incredible. Two of the best in Europe. Easily. And yes, I have travelled within Europe. Countless time. Okay. NYC Kid 38. Lol, when are you going to start international and journey videos? International later in the year, journey videos, I don't really know. Same person again. What happened to the HSCs in 91s when... Go away, you. What will happen when HST's 91s when the Zoomers take over? Right. Great Western HSTs have gone to Crossrail, and there's currently one set on hire to hold trains while the Atlantes are getting tinkered with. In terms of LNER's HSTs, I don't actually know what their future holds. Same with EMT. Because obviously they're going to have to get sorted at some stage. So whether or not Crossrail are getting LNER's HSTs, I'm not sure. In terms of the 91s, the 91s are going to Alliance Rail Holdings, who later this year are going to be commencing running their services from London Euston to Blackpool North using 7-car formations of the 225s. LNER are keeping a handful for the Anglo-Scottish services, but I think the bulk of the sets are going onto the West Coast Main Line. Preservation 29, for sake, you know who you are, Tim. What is your favourite current train livery, TPE, and what is your favourite kitchen utensil? Spatula. Do trains at Derby situated in the middle of Mainline? That's not a question, that's a demand. If you say please, I'll consider it. Ash behind the camera, I am wondering, would you ever think about doing the line from Reading to Basingstoke and the Berks and Hants line? I've never thought about it. Again, there's no reason why I can't, I've just never really thought about it, to be fair. Alfie Lee, please can you do Doncaster? Already done it, mate. Already done it, because I knew that that's what you were going to want. So, yeah, I'm in like a shot. Right, Ben Stocks. Hello and Happy New Year to you. I have recently come across your videos and I have to say they are top quality and making me consider trying train spotting myself. Excellent. That's what I like to hear. I was wondering, would it be possible for you to cover Lincoln Central? You haven't done so already. Everyone's asking me to go to Lincoln, and actually, I've said I'd do it. I just haven't. Cool, Bennett, where's that coffee? I will go there. I will go there. And the other question is, what sparked your interest in trains initially? Well, basically, in the 90s, I used to be around my grandparents who lived in Leighton Buzzard, adjacent to the train station, during the summer holidays, because parents would go off to work, and obviously I couldn't stay at home on my own, far too young. So I go with my grandparents, live adjacent to the railway, so every day I'd see trains going past. And I'd had a vague interest in them to start with, but being next to the railway line, you see them going past, and you just start paying more and more attention to them. Then, of course, Thomas the Tank Engine came along, and that really sort of went, yep, sticking with it. And it sort of just started taking more of my hold from there. But a little fun fact, and I completely forgot about this until my granddad actually told me. I've never been good with maths. Even to this day, I still deeply struggle. It's a subject I've never loved. English is my forte, but maths, never seen eye to eye. And apparently, to help me with maths, when I was very, very young, I would stand at the platform at Leighton Buzzard and I would count the carriages on the trains. And ever since then, I've subconsciously done it, and I know I do. I'll see an 11-coach Pendolino coming towards me, and I know it's 11 cars. But in my mind, I still count them. It's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like, I'm not physically counting it out as I'm filming, but in my mind, I know I'm counting as they go past. It's just stuck ever since. It was actually ingenious. Something so simple, and it is stuck in my mind. I don't do it with freight trains, I just do it with passenger trains. All the time. I know. But I'll tell you, it was very, very good. Very, very good. Kitty Chops, 681. Hi, Tornado. How did you react when Crossrail or the Elizabeth line was delayed? This is how I reacted. Imagine I'm watching the news. Oh. Pity. Because you just, when they said, oh yeah, it'll be completed on time, it'll be within budget. No, it won't. Like, when people say that a railway line is going to be A, completed on time, and B, be completed within budget, pack of lies. High Speed 2 has gone, right, it's up here at the moment. Crossrail is about here, slowly working its way up the ladder. It's supposed to be opened last December. Yeah. Right, train, vids and more. Hi Tornado, what is your favourite Birmingham station, not including Birmingham International? Well, New Street. Yindy 819100. From all the episodes of Trains Out, how many trains do you think you've seen? Either number of individual trains or as a percentage of the trains in Britain. Happy New Year. Crikey, that's a doozy of a question. How many trains do you think I've seen? Well, if we're counting that I've seen maybe, well, let's say I've seen 39123 50 times in, I don't know, 3 months, plucking a figure out of thin air. I could have seen well over the course of last year, with the amount of filming I've done, I don't know, 500, 600, maybe more. It's a very good question. The original Ray. Would you ever do a New Cross gate station duo in one video? That would be cool. I can do, but I can certainly do that. And, final one. God, I've rattled through these from the original Ray. And just a general question, what do you think of High Speed 2 going ahead? Well, it's been long overdue. And I think it's a fantastic idea, because the West Coast Main Line is the busiest mixed traffic route in the United Kingdom in terms of passenger and freight, because it's the main link from freight that comes from the Channel Tunnel into the heart of England. Yes, you can argue you've got the Midland Main Line and the East Coast Main Line, but realistically those lines are just far too congested. Whereas the West Coast has got various links going up to the top of the country, and you've got various distribution centres like Daventry. So really it's fantastic, because you've got links that come off the Great Eastern Main Line, they go over the North London line through Stratford and hit Willesden Junction. Well, actually it's before that. It's Camden. That's it. Joins like Camden. Camden South is where it hits the West Coast Main Line, then continues onwards from there. So yeah, it's long overdue, but the beauty of it is that when High Speed 2 finally gets completed from London to Birmingham, and then eventually Phase 2 gets completed, or whenever it's going to be, whoever is running the Intercity franchise on the West Coast Main Line gets to run on a High Speed 2. So, let's say Virgin are running it, which they won't do, because sadly they're going to go. I know, it's going to happen. That's the way of the world. So let's say Virgin have got it at this stage. Virgin will start services on High Speed 2, because that's part of the franchise deal that's now been put in. So yeah, that's going to be that one. Well, it's going to be getting on for 20 minutes in by the time I've finished waffling. It's now 25 to 2 in the morning, and I've got to be up at 7 to go film in London all day. Should actually be quite good fun, because the weather's going to be superb. So I might actually get away with just being able to wear this in a shirt instead of having to wear a big bugger off coat. But thank you to everyone who's contributed, not only to the previous video but to this one as well. I will do another one towards the later half of the year, and I'll actually try and answer it a bit more urgently this time around. But yeah, I've tried to answer as many as I can in the best way as I can. Of course, some questions do tie in with ones other people have asked, but that's perfectly fine. Your audience is harder to ask your own questions. But yeah, massive thank you to everyone who's contributed. It means a huge amount. I hope that you continue to give my channel all the love and support that you've been giving it so far for the remainder of this year. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So, until next time, from me, Tornado922, I shall see you all later. Take care, guys. Goodbye.